During the Depression, artists were hired to embellish federal facilities around the country. Today, their work can still be seen in post offices around the state.
It is something most folks don't notice. Lots of times I walk into a post office with a camera and start taking pictures, and somebody will look at me and look up at the wall and they will say, "I didn't know that was there." When Franklin Roosevelt became president during the Great Depression, he and Congress instituted a number of work projects. 4 of those projects were federal art projects.
It was a program that set aside 1% of a building's cost for decoration. In Galesburg, that embellishment is in the form of a large mural. It depicts the settlers constructing a temporary log city while the town's founders study the plans for a new college on the prairie.
They are very much historical in terms of the themes. The artists were expected to go to the communities where they were commissioned and talk to people there so it would reflect the history of the area. I like the one in Chester that's Loading the Packet by Fay Davis, and it shows the people, the passengers on the boat, and under a tree on the right-hand side there's an old man standing there. His name is Old Captain Boone. It said he had been a slave, but he was spending his time on the riverfront. And his feet were so big he couldn't find shoes, so he wrapped sacks around his feet and tied them on. The mural at Oglesby is the Illini and Potawatomi struggle at Starved Rock, and it shows the Indians, very scantily clad, riding horses. And one of the postal employees decided that just really wasn't decent to be in the post office. So the postmaster bought a Venetian blind and put over it. And eventually it was decided it was okay, so they don't need the blind anymore.
While most of the commissioned works are murals, Peoria's old post office and federal court building is adorned by 4 limestone sculptures located on the exterior of the building. Created in 1939 at a cost of $4,500, these figures represent agriculture, industry, justice, and the Postal Service. On a smaller scale, in Abingdon's post office is this relief. It's an interesting piece titled Post Rider, which offers a bird's-eye view of a carrier being attacked. Like most of the other artwork, it has a pioneering theme, reminding people of the isolation of the settlers broken by the mail.
Bushnell has a pioneer home, and it's an oil on canvas like most of the artwork is. It shows a pioneer family with the grandmother sitting in a rocking chair knitting, and the father has come in. It looks like he's carrying mail, that he has been someplace and picked up some mail. I also like the mural at Lakeview Branch in Chicago. It shows the utilities and industries, and it also shows the history of Chicago from Fort Dearborn through the Chicago Fire to the Chicago of the 30s.
Art to grace public buildings for all to enjoy. It was a program that began in trying times and one whose presence will last for many more generations.
I think we are much richer, and I think people are finding out that we are much richer because we have this artwork. And it was an opportunity for the artists to share their work with people who would never have been to an art museum.